Hey guys, so hi. Hey, so I wanted to go live today, and really, since I'm trying to go live every Wednesday to keep it up, I wasn't able to get on live last Wednesday because I was struggling with some stuff going on with my flight the next day and whatever. So I'm trying to go on every week, but today I just wanted to talk about clean eating on keto, right? We see people get so much information about keto. There's so much out there, right? And we're all reading everything that we see. And I just want to tell you, keto is done in so many different ways that if you go and you're researching 15 different sources, you're going to get 15 different types of keto, right? I have a friend who does keto she does low carbs, she does not do high fat. She just does low carbs, actually a higher protein, moderately high protein, and a moderate fat. Another friend who does high fat, moderate protein, and low carbs, right? And then there's people who just do tons of intermittent fasting. There's so many different ways that you really gotta kind of either do your research and narrow it down to the type of keto that you want to do, or really just think about how you want your body to feel and be treated, right? So one of the things that I do is I do a clean keto, right? So I eat clean on keto. I don't do a ton of animal fats, right? Most of my fats are coming from oils, avocado, things like that. There is some animal fat in there. I don't do a lot of processed food, so you won't see me doing a lot of the keto snacks and things like that. If I do something that is processed, or if I do something that comes really just goes in the pantry, right? I can get it out of the pantry. Usually, I'm looking at the ingredients. It's going to be ingredients that I've used before singularly. If that makes sense. The reason it's so important to eat a clean keto diet is because when you eat keto and it's not clean, you can actually have some side effects from it, right? Um, I know people who were doing keto and their version of keto, not my version, but they're eating bacon all the time, tons of cheese, whatever, and they're like, "Yo, I can eat like this and still lose weight, and this is awesome." Yeah, you can. You can eat just like that, all cheese, all bacon, all pork chops, or whatever else, and you will lose weight still. But what's going to happen is it can affect your cholesterol and it can affect other areas of your body. You still have to eat your vegetables, you want to ensure that you're not eating a ton of processed foods. You almost have to look at keto like vegans eat, like those raw vegans eat. You have to almost look at it in the same way, where it's a clean way of eating, right? So you're cooking your food. If you do, you can buy things, you can eat out, it's fine, but you want to order the best quality, the best. You want to or make sure you're ordering the best options, because what happens is if we're not eating clean, our bodies can feel it, right? So we want the cleanest version of keto that we can possibly have, where we can still have dairy, but try to do organic dairy and also minimize it. You don't have to do a ton of dairy. We don't have to throw a ton of cheese on everything we eat. It's just so important that we're nourishing our bodies with protein, good quality protein, with good quality green leafy vegetables, things that are going to help our body to work well, right? Because that's really all it comes down to, good, healthy fats, right? We still want to get those good, healthy fats in, and just getting the best nourishment that our bodies can possibly have. And that's going to help us to heal and feel better and live better. So, I mean, again, I talk about this all the time, but keto is, I mean, obviously the market is saturated right now. Everyone loves keto and is trying to do keto and knows about keto. What people don't know is that it's not just about weight loss. Like, the first time I heard about keto, it had nothing to do with weight loss. It was because a friend of mine, her son had epilepsy, and the doctor put him on keto to cure his epilepsy. And 5 years later, he hasn't had a seizure. So I mean, these things are key. Like, keto heals our body because it's a natural state of our body. So it's just thinking about those things as you decide what you want to do. If keto is for you, if you feel like that's the way for you to eat, think about how you want to do it. Do it the cleanest way possible so that you can still be healing your body as opposed to harming it. When you hear all these horrible stories about keto, the side effects, and all the stuff that people are talking about, it's usually because they weren't doing it correctly. They were usually following someone on Instagram, or whatever, who was eating one meal a day and it was a ton of sausages and bacon. And they were like, and cheese piled over the sausage and bacon. And they're like, ooh, that looks good. And she's snatched. That's the way I'm gonna do it. When you do that, you don't realize that she's not even posting, the salad she ate earlier, or the green shake that she had, that morning with chlorella and spirulina in it. You know what I'm saying? So you have to think about, folks aren't may not be showing the full story, and you want to make sure you're getting the full story. So make sure you're getting your vegetables and make sure you're eating a clean keto. You don't want to be that person posting a bunch of sausages and cheese on your Instagram and saying, "Hey, I eat this and I lose weight." That person might, but you might eat that and your cholesterol might go through the roof. So think about those things when you decide how you want to do keto. The way I do it, with the way I coach it, the meal plans that you'll see on my website and in my challenges, it's clean keto. There is some cheese, but it's not like we're throwing cheese on everything. And there's vegetables in every meal because it's important. You have to get your veggies in. That's going to help um, that's going to help to heal your body. It's going to help to nourish your body. It's important, right? You're getting your proteins in. We're still doing, lots of fish, lots of poultry. So we're getting chicken, we're getting ground turkey, we're getting eggs, those types of things. I don't really do a ton of beef. I'll eat red meat on occasion, but it's very, very, it's like once a month, and I don't do pork at all. So it's everything that what I do is what I try and share with others and put out there, because I think it's important that folks see your transition or transformation. And I think it's important that as they see yours, that it's something that they can do too, but that you actually show what you're doing as opposed to what you've heard or read about. I wanted to share exactly, the types of foods that I was eating on my journey and the foods that I still eat to this day. So, and then when I have my mess ups, when I mess up, like I did, over the holidays, I shared that too because it's important. Folks should see it. They should see that no one's perfect. We have our transformation, and then sometimes we backslide, and we need to find where that point is that we have to jump back into it and get it together. Because we can't backslide forever. That's crazy. We don't ever want to be where we used to be. We always want to be progressing forward and moving forward. So that's kind of what I wanted to chat about today, to let you guys know clean keto is the way to go. That means you're getting your veggies in. That means that you're not getting a ton of fats from animals. You do eat animal fats. You do eat animal meat, but it's not like that's going to be your main source of fat. You're doing avocado, you're doing lots of oils, butters, different things to get your fats in. You still do get some, get some fats through salmon and chicken and stuff like that, but you want to make sure you're getting those oils in as well, because that's going to be it's going to be a more, I guess, potent fat, for your body. The MCT oil and things like that is going to be healthier for your body. It's going to go through your body as pure fat and really help to nourish your liver and help your body. So, all right. So I wanted to chat about that. Does anybody have any questions before I sign off? I love the short ones. All right, so if there's no questions, thank you guys so much for joining. Wait, let me make sure I'm not looking in the wrong section. Okay, yep. So if there's no other questions, please like my videos. Please check out some of my other videos, and also check out my website. Hi, Tyler. Sorry I missed last week. Right before I was gonna call in, I got a text saying that my flight was canceled. So I had to handle all that, and by the time it was handled, it was like 11 o'clock, and I was like, I'm not gonna do a live at 11 o'clock. I felt like it was too late. And then I ended up having a client meeting that late, just because I had to cancel her session the day before. So I felt awful. So do you do on this weekly? I do. I try and do the lives weekly, like every Wednesday. Usually somewhere around 9 or 9:30. Next week's it's going to be at 8:30 though. So next week's will be in conjunction with the folks that are in my challenge right now. And what I do is when I announce the winner for the challenges, I do it on YouTube and Instagram so everybody can see it. Oh, it's 8:30 Eastern. Sorry, 8:30 Eastern next week. Every other week it might be like 9:30, because I try and do these I do the one for my challenge, with my group for the challenge, and then I do this after. What are some healthy keto snacks? Pickles are great. Keto snack. That's like one of my favorites. Almonds are always good. Berries are always good. I would say you just have to watch it with how many almonds and berries that you're eating, just because for both of those, it's going to be, they can get a little high on the carbs. Um, what do you think about fat bombs? So, fat bombs, I think, are great for the beginning. You know, like at the beginning, when you're trying to lose your weight, or I'm sorry, when you're trying to get into ketosis, and it's so new to you, it's hard to get your fats in. And so when that's happening, you know, fat bombs work perfectly. But then when I think about it, I have a fat bomb just about every day because I can't give up my keto coffee. Like, it's right here. You know, my bulletproof coffee is essentially a fat bomb. And I've fallen in love with this so much that I have it all the time. So yeah, that is so I do fat bombs. But what I do is I eat so many lean meats, so that ends up being my fat bomb. Um, what do you do for electrolytes? I actually have a video where I talked about the electrolytes. So it's what is it? It's like apple cider vinegar concoction video, or how I get past the keto flu, and that goes through like um, how I ensure that I'm keeping my electrolytes. But I also drink a ton of water. Um, can artificial sweeteners stall your progress? Yes. I actually only do stevia because it's so low. I stevia drops because it's so low in carbs. Every so often I'll do the monk fruit, but I keep those that kind of low, and that's rare. The reason why is because when you look at like all those other sweeteners, they come in as sugar alcohol, right? Like monk fruit does, erythritol, all those different ones, right? And so sugar alcohol, it absorbs in everybody's body differently. So some people, when they do net carbs, they subtract fiber and sugar alcohol, and they say if this whole thing has 20 carbs, then and there's 7 fibers and 9 sugar alcohols, and that means it's only 4 net carbs. I don't I don't buy that just because I'm like, what if my body absorbs sugar alcohol differently? And so it's not pushing through the way fiber does. And therefore, I've added some extra carbs and don't know it, you know? So for me, if something says 20 net carbs and 7 of those are fiber, then for me, I'm sorry, if it says 20 total carbs and 7 of them are fiber, then for me, that's 13 net carbs. I do not count the sugar alcohol as, or I don't nix or remove the sugar alcohol in my net carb count, if that makes sense, because it can stall your progress, and it can have you because they're carbs really, and depending on how it absorbs in your body, um, it might come through as a regular carb as opposed to like a net carb fiber. I purchased a stevia extract from Trader Joe's, put it in sparkling water, changed my life. Yeah, I love the stevia, especially those drops, because you can use like 3 drops or 4 drops, and it's sweetened. I use the drops in my coffee every day. It's so good. And sometimes if my smoothie comes out, or my keto shake comes out a little bit, if it doesn't come out sweet enough, I'll add a couple drops of stevia, call it a day. So yeah, I love that stuff. Um, all right. Any other questions? Anything else I can help with? All right. Well, I lost my voice a little bit. It's weird right now because I went to my friend's wedding and was dancing a little too much, and probably talking a little too loud. So now my voice is gone. But hopefully it'll be back for next week. And I'll see you guys next week on the live. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining. Please be sure to check out my website. I'll put it down here. It's lifehealthnow.com. Lifehealthnow.com. I've got a lot. I've got recipes on there. I've got meal plans. I got tons of stuff. So please check it out. And I've also got my next challenge coming up starting May 13th. So it's actually a challenge slash group coaching, and because I look at it as more than just a challenge. So you can win money for sure, but it's also a group coaching session where basically in our Facebook group, folks are asking questions, and I'm going through. I'm responding to questions. I'm doing what I can to keep folks going, and I provide a meal plan and tons of tips and everything, and also my book on keto and tons of great things. So I hope you guys check it out and even join the next challenge on May 13th, because I think you guys will like it. Um, every actually over half the people who were in this current challenge are joining the next one, just because it's been so helpful for folks. So if you're needing help either staying accountable or starting your keto journey, this is the way to go. This challenge is like it's a beast. It's really helping folks. Folks are like falling out of their clothes at work and everything. I mean, we don't want to fall out of our clothes at work, but we're also kind of proud of the fact that we fall fall out of our clothes at work. So yeah, check out the challenge. Go to my website, lifehealthnow.com, and you'll see like our next challenge is coming up. All right. So I will talk to you guys soon. It's a short one today, but it's really hot in here. So like you guys can feel how hot it is. Yeah. So check out the challenge for sure. I think you guys would really, really benefit from it. And hopefully it helps some folks. I know it's helping the folks that are doing it now. So I will talk to you guys soon, and I guess next week. All right. Take care. Thanks.